Earlier this week I was invited to my local Nissan dealer in St Albans to go and see the dealer unveil of the new Nissan Leaf. So this is the footage that I filmed and how I got them. Enjoy!
So, Carly pulls the cover off and unveil the new Leaf. First things first, what are your thoughts? Nice? Anything features change? A lot better. A lot better? Styling? Much better. More streamlined, more sleek, more dynamic. Yeah. Can I ask you everyone to come around this way for me? We'll start at the front and we'll move our way around the vehicle. So, the all-new Leaf from the front, you can see its bold dynamic presence. This styling cues on it now have completely changed. You see the V-Motion grille, which is a signature of the Nissan range that's coming forward. The new multi-dimensional translucent grille that's at the front now, as you walk past it will slightly change colour. The lines on the vehicle from the front all the way through to the back, it's more aerodynamic, it's cleaner, it's neater, it's a much better, bigger vehicle. It's actually 5 centimetres bigger, 2 centimetres wider than the outgoing or 30 kilowatt hour Leaf. The headlights, how many people like the headlights in the current Leaf? How many people think they're quirky? No, it's a bit like Marmite. Not everyone likes them, but some people do. But those lights actually serve a purpose. The way they kick up here is designed to push the airflow around the ring mirror. So it's not just about a quirky look. It's designed specifically to give the car maximum aerodynamic flow. So we've got rid of those headlights and we've created a new concept. So the V-Motion grille from the front, it comes up. You can see it continuing to the bodywork. When we start bold lines here, it creates a shoulder impression, shoulder lines coming over the rear view mirror and going under. So it's doing exactly the same job as what those headlights did. Underneath the vehicle, it's cleaner, it's smoother, so the air flows underneath nice and fluidly over the top, around the wing mirrors. As it comes right the way around to the back, you've got a new spoiler and you've got the rear diffuser, so the airflow continues to push underneath the vehicle, over the top, it will meet and it will push away. It's creating a 0.28 drag coefficient. For an electric vehicle, that's marvellous, it's what we need. It's helping optimise the range of the vehicle. I say range of the vehicle, new 40 kilowatt hour battery, 110 kilowatt motor, so it's a 30 kilowatt increase as opposed to the current Leaf. So in essence what that's giving you is 147 brake horsepower, so it's remarkably an upgrade. You've got 320 Newton meters of torque, so that's generating 0 to 62 miles an hour in 8.6 seconds. It's about a 3-second increase on the outgoing Leaf or the older Leaf. Where's, I've not got the key. Sanchez got to hit the key. My assistant Sanchez, everybody. Sorry. In here then, so the new Leaf is designed on customer reviews. One of the reviews we had was to raise up the charge port. It's not easily accessible for some people. If you're parking on driveways, you can't see what you're doing. So we've lifted it up onto the top here. But the big difference is we've moved from Type 1 charging to Type 2. So the industry is becoming more unified. So we've taken a big step. Although we launched in 2010, we're pioneers in electric energy. Over 1 billion miles in Nissan Leafs been completed. We've taken the incentive to go with the government and say they want to be more unified, so we're starting that. We've moved over to Type 2. The current Outlander is the only car left on Type 1, bar the older Leaf, so the 30 kilowatt hour or 24 kilowatt. And I think the Vauxhall Ampera are also Type 1, but they no longer make them for the UK spec anymore. Also inside there we still have the Shadow Mode, 50 kilowatt hour rapid charger. Charge the car to 0 to 80% in 40 minutes across the rapid charge network. We have 100% clearance now on the motorways, so there'll be rapid charges all the way along the motorways. So range anxiety now, not only have you got a car that's capable of 180 to 200 miles, I mean the NEDC figure quoted for this vehicle is 235, but let's be honest, how many of you drive electric vehicles a minute and getting your actual, what it says in the book? There's various parameters, reasons why you're not getting that. The test is done on a rolling road in laboratory conditions. Those conditions, or that test there, is now being done away with. So as you see MEDC in brochures and stuff, you won't soon you'll see WLTP, that's going. So WLTP means worldwide harmonising light vehicle test procedure. Rolls off the tongue, nice and easy for you guys. Basically what that consists of, so currently the NEDC test is a 10-minute test at single speed. Once it's finished we get a figure and we quote that figure. It's not realistic. How many people get in your car that's facing the direction you want to go, you drive, you get out. The WLTP is done over 30 minutes over multiple gear changes and multiple speeds, so imitate real world driving. So you'll be doing 70 mile an hour testing and 40 mile an hour testing across a 30-minute test. It gives a more accurate reading. So when you see brochures in the future, this says currently it's 235 mile an hour, but as the brochures progress, you might see it come down. Still the same car, still the same battery, but it's going to give you a more real, accurate reading as to what you're going to get with the vehicle. The charge point type 2, if you're a current Leaf owner, you'll be upgraded for free to for the wall box charger at home. So you'll have a 7 kilowatt wall charger at home. So you can charge it to from 0 to full in 5.5 to 8 hours. So although the battery is bigger, we've upgraded technology. So you're getting a 6.6 onboard charger here, as well as a 7 kilowatt hour charger at home. So the charge time is still similar to what you've got at the moment. The multi-dimensional translucent grille at the front, not only is it good looking and style improvised, it serves a purpose, because behind there is your radar system to work and coincide with your cameras. What that will do, it creates ProPilot. So ProPilot is the technology using forward emergency braking, lane departure warning, lane keep assist and traffic jam pilot. So it's basically creating semi-autonomous driving. It's designed for single lane highways, single lane traffic. Below 37 miles per hour, you set the distance you want to be from the car in front. That's done on a timed intervals of 3 seconds, 2 seconds, or 1.5 seconds. You set the speed you want to be at, that you want to maintain, and then the car will lock onto the car in front and follow that car. So as that car turns within the traffic, on single lane, as the road bends, you'll feel the steering wheel start to move within your hands. Above 37 mile an hour, the car will lock on and look at the road markings. So you don't need a car in front. So what happens then, it was looking for the road markings, clear visible road markings, and then it will navigate through the motorways accordingly. If a car cuts you up or jumps in front of you, or you catch up to a vehicle, the car knows, because you've set the time, the distance you want to be from a car in front, and you've also set your speed limit. So then it will just slow down and drop off and maintain that distance that you've set. So it's adaptive cruise control going one step further, semi-autonomous driving. If you take your hands off the steering wheel, the car will give us a little bit of a rollicking, give us an audible warning and jab on the brakes a little bit. If you do it a second time, it would be a little bit more resistant. The third time, it would put on the hazard lights, apply the brakes and slow you down. It feels like you've fallen asleep or there's something happening inside the vehicle. So it will slow down. It's a safety feature. So you have to be in control of the steering wheel. Although it's only minimal pressure, but you do have to hold on. If you come round to the side of the vehicle, guys, if you follow me round, we look at the car's side profile. So you've got 17-inch alloy wheels. Those are going to be coming standard on the launch edition. You've got your glossy B and C pillar. So what they do is create a sleek, dynamic look. It's giving it a look of a floating roof. So it's more of a market trend these days. People are looking for sleek-looking cars. The way the car is positioned, it wouldn't look out of place in a C-segment vehicle walk, would it? If you compare that to an Audi A3, a Nissan Pulsar, Ford Focus, Renault Megane, put it in a lineup, it wouldn't look out of place. It doesn't look like an electric vehicle. Like the outdoor Leaf looks like an electric vehicle. Now this looks like an absolutely functional, sporty-looking vehicle that anyone is more for people that want that extra range, or for the family. So it's don't have to be a second car anymore. Inside the vehicle, it's going to be made up of premium materials. The seats on the launch edition are going to be made up of recycled woven fabric. 80% of Nissan Leaf is made up of recyclable materials. So not only are we going green with the electric energy where we're going, we're using energy efficient materials. So we're thinking long term. You've got your telematics system in the middle here, it's floating. As you come round, you'll see it in here. It's a floating system in the middle. It's going to come with Apple CarPlay and Android AutoPlay. A lot of manufacturers offer you one or the other. We're giving you both. We don't want to get people to move away and say no, because I'm an Apple user, not a Samsung. Recent poll said 97% of people do not leave home without their phone. Their phone is their life. So with Apple CarPlay and Android AutoPlay, your car becomes your life. You plug your car in, that infotainment screen up there will display your phone screen. So it's more intuitive in that sense. As you come round, the biggest part of that, I said the car changes size 5 centimetres longer, 2 centimetres wider, is the biggest difference is round here in the boot. So if you like to follow me around again, guys. From the back end, you'll see the dynamic approach to the bumper. You see the rear spoiler that I mentioned with the side arms here for the aerodynamic flow and the rear diffuser on the bottom. But the big difference, like I said, is in the boot. 435 litres of storage space in there. In actual fact, that boot there is bigger than the current Qashqai. It's 5 litres bigger than a Qashqai. So for a C-segment vehicle, an electric vehicle even, that's remarkable. As you see it here, as this car here is here, it's got the Bose sound system, so it's a 405 litre boot at the moment. But like I said, the launch edition won't have Bose. So you'll get maximum capacity space in the rear there. You see the noting signature you're going to see across all the Nissan range, the boomerang rear lights as well. Continues from the front lights, this boomerang shape there. As you come around again, we'll go into the cockpit of the car now. On your steering wheel, new deep shaped steering wheels, giving it a more premium feel from the outset. You get in the car, you're going to want to drive the vehicle. You've got the button to engage Park Pilot on the right hand side of the steering wheel. It's nice and easy, you select it, it will turn on. Then the controls are right next to it. So you set, like I said, you can set the distance and the time and the speed just from the steering wheel there. You've also got e-pedal. E-pedal, new technology launched with this new Leaf. There's a simulator here to my left, so once we finish this, please come across and have a go. What e-pedal is, it detects 90% of driving an electric vehicle can be done with just one pedal. How many people use their brakes if you come driving a Leaf at the moment? How many people use B mode to maximise your regen? So you're actually applying your brakes minimal. So with e-pedal, what this entails, you select it when you get in, so it's not always on, you have to engage it when you want to use it. You select the e-pedal button, which is located in front of the Palm Pilot, your gear selector just in front there, and then as you accelerate, you will use your force, your slowing force. 320 newton meters of torque can be generated through your accelerator. As you release your accelerator, then your car will start to use regenerative braking. So it's using that kinetic energy and that friction generated to regenerate the power. So the harsher you release the accelerator, the harsher the regen will be. So in essence, you're feathering the amount of regen, you're controlling it with your foot, the amount of regen you're going to generate from the vehicle. It's helping maintain and optimise the range that you're going to get. The slowing force just through the e-pedal can generate 0.7% G, 0.7 G, so it's quite harsh. If you come off quite harshly, the car will slow down dramatically. If you come off there and go straight onto the accelerator, they will flash your rear lights to notify the people behind you that you are braking suddenly. As you release it anyway, it will turn on your brake lights. But it's when you actually come off harsh and apply the brake, it will flash, because there's a sudden braking be coming on there. So the safety aspect of this vehicle has been forward thinking. It's 5-star Euro NCAP. We've got everything within the vehicle or as safe as we can make it. Also, you've got, what have I missed on here? You've got a round view monitor, that's the last thing I was thinking. A round view monitor. How many people have got a Tecna at the moment? 30 kilowatt hour Tecna, a round view monitor? Very useful. What about when it's raining?
Resolution improved.
No, what we've done is included ultrasound sensors. So if your the camera's quite blurred because of the bad conditions, you've got sensors as well.
Brilliant.
So again, we've evolved. We've talked on customer reviews and customer feedback as to what is a necessity, and we're starting to include that. Price point, the big question, is the next question you're going to ask, no doubt. The launch edition Leaf, £26,490 on the road. That's after the government incentives already been taken off. So, in essence, if you price the current launch edition against the 30 kilowatt hour Techna, before the government grant at the Techna 30 kilowatt hours 31,000, whereas the launch edition is going to be 30,000. Okay, you lose your leather interior that you're looking at here. Well, you lose your Bose sound system, but look at what you gain. Forget about what you're losing. You're gaining extra range. You're gaining e-pedal. You're gaining a round view monitor with sensors. You're gaining your ProPilot. There's so much. The price pointed. There is so much you're going to gain by going for launch edition. If you want to wait for the full spec walk to become available, you can wait until December. The brochures will be coming out with prices. But if you wait for those, you won't be able to receive your car till April. The launch edition, if you leave a deposit today, you will receive your car end of January, beginning of February. So with that in mind, jump in and have a look at the car, guys. My name's Mark. Any questions, I'll be here all night, okay? And all the guys here on hand to help you out, any queries throughout the evening. But come over and have a look on the e-pedal, and my colleague Carly there, if you'd like to leave your name with her and an email address, we'll keep you updated on the specs when they become available. So jump in, guys, get on hands with the car.
Thank you very much, man.